I believe that we should encourage all girls, all women to be mothers because you never know if she is infertile or not. So I think we should encourage it for every woman. I don't think that we should give this option to women to say, no, it's okay. You could also just live your life without them and just go off into the sunset and travel the world. And I don't think that we should do that. If a woman chooses to do that when she gets older, that's her decision. But I don't think that we should encourage it. I think we should encourage motherhood, encourage family. Now, there's plenty of doctors who say that a woman is infertile in her 20s and she pops up pregnant in her late 20s or 30s. And they're like, oh, it's a miracle. You can't really believe that the doctor is right all the time with the infertility. But if she gets to a certain age and she realizes that she's not having any children, do I say that she's worthless or useless if she doesn't? A little bit, not as much, but just a little bit. But she can try to do what Sweeney said and Darwin said and be assert what? Why are you holding your head like that? I was saying the right thing. I said that I actually said it right, like better than you said it. So she could adopt, and there's plenty of children who need adoption out there. So I think that's a great option. And yeah. So
somebody give her the clap sound, something. You know what I mean? On the way out the door.
Hold on,
what's kind of
Amir? Don't get them O'Shea Jackson clapping cheeks.
Oh hell, man! But to speak on the topic, I do believe I'm about to take a page out of Marcus's book. I think there should be a healthy encouragement of women and men becoming parents. I think the problem that we have in society is that there's an unhealthy encouraging of people not to be parents. Like, I don't think that this is the solution to the problem of people who may not be ready. Because obviously there are people out there, if you tell them, hey, look, there are some people that face disability. There's some people that face mental health issues. There's some people that face health issues in general, that you can sit there and we can treat that on a case-by-case basis where we can talk to them and have a conversation with them. But I think everybody should be encouraged to be healthy, have a healthy encouragement to be parents. And I think that would inherently lead to people being happier and healthier parents. But what we're seeing today is this unhealthy encouragement of people not to be parents. Where, where we're treated, where a lot of people are being raised to be selfish. Oh man, who the fuck wants to raise kids? I don't got no time for them. It's like, I'm not saying that you have to do this, but damn, why you got such a negative outlook and opinion about children? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a person that you get to mold and raise up to be the best person, you know what I mean? The best part of humanity. You have a chance to cultivate that. And I get it. Shit's scary. None of us was prepared to be parents. Nobody's ever prepared. I don't care how many books you read. I don't care. Once you say go left and your kid turn right, and you got to encounter that, it's you know what I mean? Then you battle the outside world and all of that. None of us is ever fully prepared. Like, yeah, you may plan it. You may say, oh, well, you know what I mean? You may plan for children, but you're never fully prepared to deal with children. Is
there a way you say you're not fully prepared to deal with children? How do you know that if nobody's ever, like, how can you measure that? Like, what does it look like to be fully prepared? Or is it impossible?
I would say that it doesn't exist. Like, people, we're like, you can.
I wasn't prepared for the first time my son jumped in my face.
Is the encouragement, the encouragement of women having children and things like that. I agree in terms, but I think that the context in which we say that, it also needs to be within marriage. So I think that's the other part to it, is that a lot of times, especially now in this society, when you're saying more and more people are choosing not to have children, well, that's coinciding with the fact that most people are saying don't get married, right? Yeah. I mean, it's this whole push of men saying, oh, it's not worth getting married, but we are still talking about making, I don't want to say making for a lack of a better word, but encouraging women to have children. And that's the situation that we're in right now. We have a lot of women that have children that are in single homes, raising kids by themselves, because we're not pushing the encouragement of marriage at the same level that we're encouraging women to have children. So I think both of those things need to go hand in hand. If we're talking about being selfish, I think it would make more sense to not have a kid if you know you're selfish. It would make more sense not to get married if you know you're selfish, because both of those roles require service.
I was gonna say, I would argue that the group that is encouraging women to have children are also the same group that's encouraging them to get married first. I think both of those groups go hand in hand. If we can look somebody like, I mean, the one that we all know most about is Kevin Samuels. He always encouraged the women to pick somebody, marry them, and get down the road. And like, I think the people who are actively protesting against marriage are also actively protesting against children as well, because they tend to have an issue with both sides of the system, not only the system with marriage, but also the system with child support and all that other shit. And on top of that, they dislike single mothers. So I don't think those two groups, I think the men who tend to encourage women, who are actively encouraging women to have children, they're also encouraging them to partner with a man and get on down the road also.
But Sweeney, that's where I disagree. They're not encouraging marriage.
Can you show me? Can you point to someone who doesn't?
I think what he's saying is that
they're encouraging being in a relationship, but not marriage. And I think those are two different things. Cohabitation and marriage, the outcomes based on research shows that yes, cohabitation is better than single, parenting, but marriage is the best outcome, right? So we can't say let's, be together and have kids without the marriage.
Can you point to an example with somebody that's actively promoting women to have children outside of marriage?
Ooh.
I would say this whole argument about I will never get married, I would just be with a woman. If I want to be with her, we could cohabitate. To me, that's an indirect encouragement, because what typically happens,
okay, that's fair.
You're not cohabitating and not having sex. You know what I'm saying? You're not cohabitating and not having children. So those are in cohabitated situations, they're having children.
So basically, you're saying anybody who's having sex that don't plan on having kids is pretty much indirectly promoting that they don't want. What was the fuck was your question, bro? Damn, I fucking lost it.
That's not what she said. I see how you tried to play that. That was a good try.
I think he just got it confused.
I'm not trying to play it no way, but look.
No, that was good.
She said she used the word indirectly in one way, and I was using it in another way.
Let me just tell you, I see what she's talking about. There are sectors in this space or in the space adjacent where the men say, you don't have to be with the woman. You can pay her to have your kid, and y'all don't have to create a family. Or you could be with her, have a spiritual marriage, don't get married, and then you raise the kids with her so she can't take half in a divorce. It's happening. That was a good try.